Welcome to the home of WWE News Rumors and Gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
In recent news, Triple H, the chief content officer of WWE, has come under scrutiny, under fire, some backlash online. Could this lead to him being removed from his spot in the WWE? Now, we've covered this extensively yesterday, but there's more updates, there's more rumors, there is more insight, because here on Seanzviewent, we don't just tell you what you already know. We dig deeper, we go further, we give you the exclusives. With Triple H coming under scrutiny for what many see as a glaring oversight. As the world celebrated Black History Month, fans noticed a striking lack of acknowledgement from Triple H and the WWE. While February is a time to highlight the achievement and contributions of African Americans, there seemed to be little representation or recognition from one of wrestling's biggest figures. Fast forward to July, because yes, we are indeed in July. Fast forward to July, and the landscape looks quite different. Triple H took to social media to commemorate Independence Day, sharing sentiments of pride and celebration. This contrast has sparked conversations around the importance of recognizing pivotal moments in history, particularly those that may resonate with the marginalized communities. Critics argue that celebrating the 4th of July while overlooking Black History Month sends a concerning message about inclusivity and awareness in the wrestling community. The backlash has ignited a broader dialogue about representation in sports entertainment. Fans are questioning whether the WWE and Triple H are truly committed to diversity and inclusion, or if it's merely a brand that cherry picks when it celebrates specific cultural moments. As discussions continue, many are calling for WWE leadership to engage more deeply with Black History Month, showcasing stories of trailblazers who have shaped the wrestling world. As this conversation unfolds, it poses an important question. How can organizations that have immense culture influence ensure that they honor all facets of history? The wrestling community is watching, waiting for a response that truly reflects the spirit of recognition and unity. And again, this is going all over online now. The dirt sheets, the websites, the newsletters have picked it up. But we're diving into a topic that's been making the waves in the wrestling world over the last 24 hours. Triple H, a name synonymous with the WWE, again under fire for seemingly overlooking Black History Month while making a big deal out of the 4th of July. Let's break this down. Now, we all know that Triple H is a legend in the ring and a powerful executive behind the scenes, but fans are questioning his inconsistency in acknowledging important cultural moments. Why celebrate the 4th of July with such enthusiasm but not highlight the achievement and contributions of Black wrestlers and figures during Black History Month? Critics argue that this shows a lack of awareness and appreciation for diversity within the wrestling world. Black History Month is not just a time to remember, it is a time to reflect on how far we've come or how far we still need to go, especially in industries like professional wrestling that have historical, marginalized voices. Some fans have pointed out that wrestling has a rich history filled with Black pioneers who have paved the way for future generations. So it's disheartening to see that these stories aren't being celebrated at a time when they deserve to be highlighted. What do you think? Is this being blown out of proportion? Is this being made too much of? Is this simple oversight? Or does it reflect a larger issue within the WWE and the game Triple H? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell, turn on all notifications for more discussions in the wrestling culture as we do this hourly. Until next time, keep fighting is what truly matters, coming out of the brash and the brazen by design. But Triple H coming under scrutiny for seemingly overlooking Black History Month while making a notable acknowledgement of the 4th of July. Black History Month is a time to honor the contributions and struggles of Black individuals, especially in a sport where diversity has been a significant topic. By prioritizing a national holiday over a month dedicated to celebrating Black excellence, it sends a message that may alienate fans and wrestlers alike. The wrestling industry has a rich history of Black athletes and even Black world champions who have paved the way for future generations. Ignoring this month could be seen as a missed opportunity to educate and inspire. Engaging with these names could foster a more inclusive environment, encouraging dialogue and reflection. It is crucial for figures like Triple H to recognize the impact of their world and actions ensuring that all voices are celebrated and acknowledged throughout the year. And again, viewers, fans, and subscribers, some would say the courage, some would say the history, the significance, but some would say that what are we supposed to just, I mean, again, guys, this is one of those moments where, is Triple H under fire? Will he be fired? Will he be resume his activity? What will TKO think about this? Some will say this is more of a TKO thing than a Triple H thing. Some would blame TKO or the WWE and not necessarily blame the game Triple H for such antics and such tactics that is being online because, again, Triple H is under fire by the internet wrestling community right now. It is primarily the internet wrestling community that would appear to be mad and livid by this. So do you think that as this thing unfolds, I mean, let's go to the comment section because we get your comments, your feedback online. No reason to honor any special month. It's all about wrestling, not politics or anything else. Not at all. Not about race or sexuality. About wrestling. We are all humans. I blame that on TKO, not on WWE. He's in charge of creative, as in TV development storylines. This is on TKO. It's not like Vince acknowledged it either. No, it's a wrestling show. Just wrestle. What the F? The 4th of July is a celebration of the country as a whole. People that want to say otherwise must not know or understand the whole meaning of the 4th of July. Last time in checked, it's all for who live in America. It is not. Is it not? You do understand Triple H doesn't control everything TKO does, right? He is creative for WWE. He doesn't make every decision for the company. The one thing I'll always say about Vince is that the only color he saw was green, even with some racist angles. I never thought he was a racist. He'll push you to the moon if you will draw money. Can't speak for Triple H, though. Vince was all about that Black History Month and MLK Day. Y'all, I'm black, and what does this Black history or white history have to do with wrestling? This ain't no damn history class. I love my black and the Black history, but WWE is not the place. Triple H is probably fatigued. Again, this is according to fan comments online. No, he is not racist. There is zero obligation to intentionally bring politics, race, or gender sexuality into it. And nobody needs to acknowledge a handful of other holidays or events simply because they mentioned today being July the 4th. And even if any of that were the case, it would fall on TKO and WWE as a company, not one individual who happens to be lead talent for creative for the company. The E stands for entertainment. Keep it that way. Damn, whatever happened to the freedom of celebrating what you want? TKO is to blame, and The Rock, Ben Ari Emanuel, for actually bringing Dwayne Johnson on the board. Dwayne needs to go. It's wrestling. How about the world cuts out Black History Month and include it in history where not one race is singled out? Not under fire whatsoever. Who cares but AEW sickos? Oh, goodness me. Always with the guilt trips. Juneteenth is a stupid name and it's meaningless. Again, this is according to fan comments online due to the backlash. Triple K. Some people are calling him Triple K. Absolutely not. If I want politics and all that other, I'm more special than you events. I'll watch the news. Wrestling, TV, movies, etc. are for entertainment. Stop the posturing and just do what the audience came to see. Stop complaining. Nope. 4th of July is an American institution, and all that other nonsense is socialized ideology. Just plain stupidity to even attempt a harebrained argument for similarities. Who wrote this article? And again, viewers, it all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. There may be more to this than meets the eye. There may be more to this that doesn't even need to be said or looked into. It's fans are always looking for something to rant about, to rave about. Fans are always looking for something to complain about, it would seem. And that's just the thing in the WWE. But again, should Triple H be under fire? Should he be let go? Should he be released? Should he be fired? Should he be vilified? Should he be recognized? Guys, again, it all comes down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Because Triple H is facing backlash and controversy online right now. One fan stated, look how quick you are ready to celebrate this, but not a single post for Black History Month. Damn, I guess Vince McMahon got custody of all the Black History Month, Juneteenth, and Martin Luther King video package and the separation. Can't celebrate Black History Month, Pride Month, or Juneteenth. Oh, F off. The backlash occurred against the backdrop of previous comments made by the game Triple H that also drew criticism. Last year, there's his statement that he doesn't see wrestlers based on color, nationality, or gender, but only as talent, led to a negative reception, with one former WWE performer labeling him as a racist pirate. The public criticism contracts sharply with the internal praise Levesque has recently received. He is widely credited with fostering a more positive backstage environment in WWE, a shift from the previous regime. Talents like Randy Orton has lauded the new culture, which prioritizes healthier work-life balance. Levesque himself recently missed a television taping to attend his daughter's softball game, an action noted by Orton as something that would have been impossible under other leadership. Professionally, his creative decisions have been linked to a period of revitalization in the WWE, marked by record-breaking sales and critically acclaimed storylines. Despite the success, his long position as chief content officer has been the subject of industry speculation, particularly with the growing influence of TKO Group Holdings in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on the company's board. As of now, Triple H has not publicly addressed the backlash from his holiday post. And again, you can only imagine the kind of opinions people are going to have about this. And if this is any inkling, if this is any indication of what the game is going to be in for, it may be a long July 4th weekend, whatever you want to call it, however you celebrate it, and whatever you're doing. Listen, the WWE is just that, a wrestling entertainment company. They are a juggernaut. They recognize what they recognize. They realize what they realize. And to say that the WWE or Triple H is racist would be ridiculous, in my opinion, because if that were the case, there would be no black wrestlers, there would be no black champions, there would be no one pushed. You got Bianca Belair, you got Jade Cargill, you got all kinds of races and origins, you got different types, you got different bodies, you got different styles. So to say that Triple H and the WWE racist is sick, sinister, and repulsive in my estimation. But that's just the way I'm looking at things. That's just the way I quite frankly see things. Again, people are just taking anything they can and taking projecting. There's a lot of projecting. There's a lot of guesswork here. Again, this is going to a place, quite frankly, where it just does not need to go. But again, your view is the only view that matters here on the Brash and the Brazen. For those of you that didn't see my last video, what did you think about SmackDown last night? What was your review? What was your overall feelings about the Blue Brand of SmackDown? Yes, last night on the USA Network. It all comes down to your thoughts, your comments. Your review matters of SmackDown last night. It was a tape show. It was pre-recorded. It happened on Monday, but we got it on Friday. What was the match of the night to you? What was the moment of the night to you? What was the storyline of the night? What was the England night? Who was the superstar of the night on SmackDown last night? What would you give SmackDown out of 5 stars? Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, by far, we got more coming down the pipeline. Psycho Clown is set to join WWE after his final appearance at the Nezha Arena. Yes, Psycho Clown set to appear and debut in World Wrestling Entertainment. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. The woman in WWE, the females, the girls, fear blame game if Evolution 2 feels set up by the company. WWE being accused of using Evolution 2 to flood the market and create chaos for AEW. Rey Fenix and Andrade call their shot for a WWE Tag Team opportunity for the Tag Team Championships after their win on the Blue Brand of SmackDown last night on the USA Network. WWE Evolution 2 struggling to move tickets. Elena Black reveals CM Punk wasn't the inspiration for her Chicago gear. Elena Black forgets how to spell her own nickname during a signing. WWE's Jordynne Grace lands acting debut in fantasy movie with British legends. The Undertaker's daughter shows off an impressive top rope skills at the WWE Performance Center. Tala Tonga officially introduced as the new member of Solo Sikoa's MFT on WWE SmackDown. Also, the AEW All in Texas faces major weather concerns ahead of next Saturday's show. Darby Allin hurts himself with reckless car stunt after his Mount Everest conquest. Unbelievable. Absolutely insane. Kenny Omega admits that there isn't much left in his in-ring career. Kenny Omega reveals that he is bedridden for days after matches in AEW. The AEW locker room divided over Britt Baker's future as her absence continues. Damian Priest roasts Cody Rhodes over the top pyro in 4th of July tweet. Kevin Nash trashes Trump's big beautiful bill and says that the 4th of July isn't worth celebrating. Naomi reveals her custom Money in the Bank briefcase after attacking Jade Cargill on SmackDown. Also coming through here on the Brash and the Brazen, Trish Stratus made her monumental return during the July 4th episode of SmackDown to accept a dream match for Revolution. We also saw the return of Drew McIntyre to WWE TV on SmackDown. Also, we are receiving word at this hour that AEW star wins championship in a surprise indie debut. WWE reveals the official theme song for Revolution 2. And Lola Vice sends fans into meltdown with a 4th of July bikini post. Eugene explains how pills, rehab, and a doctor's suicide led to his exit from the WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, as you know that this is your prime place to be. Seanzviewent brings you to new heights and new levels around the clock. I will never stop for each and every one of you.